emphatic win for Bangladesh in the first of the three-match ODI series against Pakistan as they bundle out Pakistan for 114, courtesy of Nahid Rana's 5-wicket haul. And in reply, they go on to chase the target with ease and winning it by 8 wickets, courtesy of Tamim's unbeaten 50. Hello and welcome to Dutch Bangla Bank Straight Drive. I'm alongside Atar Ali Khan and Raza for the post-match show. And what a game we had. Otherwise, I'll start with you, starting with the right foot Bangladesh.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, nothing went wrong. The moment Nahid Rana was unleashed, when he came onto a bowl, I thought the Pakistan team score was 35 without loss. And he picked up 5 for his maiden 5-wicket haul. Excellent to see. In each and every over, when he bowled his first over and went on to the 5th over, he picked up a wicket each in his every over, which says a lot about him. He's been brilliant. I thought he bowled really well, especially the short pitch deliveries. I just have a feeling, Ramesh, that Pakistani batters were not anticipating that many short pitch deliveries. They were caught by surprise, but take nothing away from Nahid Rana. I thought he was absolutely sensational.
He was brilliant. Pakistan, on the other hand, was shambolic. I mean, you know, we didn't see any game plan. They were just waiting for things to happen. They were stuttering. They didn't have a proper technique to play express pace. And that doesn't sit well with me at all, because as a cricket nation, you've got to be better than that. You've got a rich history and legacy of playing fast bowling. You've produced great fast bowlers. And really to go so low in technique, in game awareness, is just not right.
Yeah, talking about Nahid Rana, what a spell he had. His maiden 5-wicket haul and the express fast bowler showed what he's capable of, making life difficult for the Pakistani batters right from the word go. Otherwise, starting with you, short balls worked well for him?
Yeah, absolutely spot on, because knowing that the kind of pace that he generates, they've already had a look at him. Remember, he toured Pakistan a couple of years back when he picked up a 4-for. But at times, he also surprised the batter with some full-pitch deliveries where that Lichun Kumar Das took a really good catch. Excellent catch taken by Tanzir Hassan at short leg also. But it's not only bowling with serious pace, but also knowing the right areas and knowing what the batters are expecting. So there was an X factor. The surprise factor was the short pitch deliveries. And if you look at the pitch map, it certainly indicates that he was targeting to bowl on the shorter side of the pitch, which worked for him. At times it might not work for him, but tonight was his night. He was just too hot to handle, Ramesh.
Yeah, I mean, the lines were straight also. I mean, yeah, at his pace, you need to be shorter in length anyway. But he seized the opportunity, knew exactly how Pakistani was shaping up against his pace. So he went shorter and kept the pressure on. So it was wonderful bowling performance.
Yeah, Ramesh, what's the best way to tackle someone like Nahid Rana? You mentioned the fact that Pakistan had produced a lot of fast bowlers. In terms of batting, how they deal with it?
So first of all, you shouldn't be afraid of the bouncer, number one. Number two, your balance has got to be good. So your initial movement has got to be a little bit that front foot press, so that once you're camped on the back foot, there is no way that you're going to handle the pull shot or the short ball, because you're just locked in that position. So the idea is to be just a little bit brave, make sure that you're ready for the drive as well as the pull shot. It was about showing a bit of aggression. You know, a gutsy knock of 20 or 30 at this stage would have set up things so well for Pakistan.
Well, things hasn't gone Pakistan's way. First up, it was Nahid Rana, but then it was captain Mehdi Hasan Miraz with his off-spin picking up 3 wickets, making things even more difficult for Pakistan in the end as they go on to bundle out for 114. Otherwise, Mehdi Hasan Miraz, obviously an experienced bowler now. It's someone like Miraz at the other end using the surface and his spin. Tell us more about his bowling.
Well, he's the skipper, and he hasn't had a good time in the recent past. To be able to lead from the front, I thought he did a wonderful job, knowing that Nahid Rana was taking wickets right, left and center, so they wanted to create a little bit pressure from the opposite side. And he decided that, okay, I'm going to bring myself on, because we didn't see too much spin or too much turn on the surface, but he kept it tight and he made sure that it was difficult for the batsman to even rotate the strike. That's where the pressure was created, and that's where he started to pick up wicket. I think it was a really good display of captaincy and also his bowling figures of 3 for 29 in 10 overs was special.
Ramesh bhai, talking about Medias and Miraz, obviously things were not going well for Pakistan, but was it too difficult for Pakistani batters to deal Miraz in the end?
I think Pakistani batsmen were hell-bent on making it difficult for themselves because I think it was the length more than anything.
Yeah.
Because he didn't allow them to get to the pitch of the ball and the ball skidded off the surface when it was pitched in that business area as far as the offie was concerned. It's not the extravagant spin, but the angle back into the stumps, and Pakistan just couldn't figure it out. I mean, the 3 dismissals were very similar. So nobody tried the sweep shot, nobody used their feet, nobody looked for that straighter angle and play more with the bat. It was all about bat and pad technique, and every time the ball hit the pad, it was done deal that he was going to get it out.
Right, the target was not big for Bangladesh. In reply to 115, it was Tanzil Hasan Tamim making most of his opportunity, making into the playing 11 in place of Shommo Sharka, who played the last ODI, scored 90, but Tanzil Tamim, what a knock he's played, scored his 5th ODI 50, and the shots he played, otherwise offside or onside. He loves those slog sweeps as well, scored those 6s with ease. Tell us more about Tanzil.
Free-flowing batter. And he doesn't really hide away from expressing himself when he goes in the middle. If there is an opportunity, he'll take on the bowlers. His scoring areas, if you look at, very strong square of the wicket. Yeah, he's to hit those massive 6s, the 5 6s in total. But have a look at those shots, the square of the wicket, on both sides of the wicket. But what's good about him is not only concentrating on playing square of the wicket. When there's an opportunity, he'll play that off drive down the ground. And those 6s, if you look at number of 6s coming down the ground. So he uses his feet smartly. Ramesh mentioned that the Pakistani batters did not really use their feet against the spin. But Tanzil Hasan Tamim not only was very expressive against the seam bowler, but also very expressive in terms of going down the wicket and playing down the ground against spin. Excellent, excellent from Tanzil Hasan.
Obviously, not enough runs on the board, Ramesh bhai, when it comes to Pakistan to defend the target. So what should be the message for the batters for the next match and also for the bowlers? I feel sorry for the Pakistani bowlers as well.
No need to feel sorry. I think this is a man's game, and so Bangladesh were absolutely brilliant. And Pakistan need to find a way to tackle extreme pace. It's not the first time that Rana has run over them, because it happened in a test match or test series in Pakistan also. They have the issues against the short ball, and it's been exposed quite badly every time Nahid is bowling. It was a good batting surface, actually. So what Pakistan needed were early blows, consistent blows right throughout. It didn't happen because the ball did not do the kind of stuff that it was doing off the hand of Rana. They didn't have enough pace. The sideways movement was limited also. And then they were a little shoddy and untidy in the field also. 11 extras in the first 2 overs. That set a bad tone for them to tackle Bangladesh.
A captain like Shaheen Afridi just been appointed as the captain. So it's a learning curve for him as well. You think he won 2 series before this, but still it's a tough condition here in Bangladesh, playing in Bangladesh against Bangladesh?
You see, they fielded 4 debutants. So obviously they feel that, it's a series where they can introduce young blood. I understand that. But it can't be at the cost of losing a game. So what is your fallback position in the batting lineup? I don't see a technical hand in controlling the innings. I can understand, some of the failures because these are young kids, so they'll make mistakes. But the idea is that you must not lose the game also. It was a one-sided affair. Nobody there. I mean, Rizwan looked good for about 5-10 minutes. Then he stuck in the crease and he was caught behind because of the extra pace that he was facing. So he couldn't just go forward and face that fast-bowling brunt from Nahid Rana. So, I mean, you've got Haris Rauf. He can come in. I don't know about the batting options, but I think it's about making sure that you don't lose wickets in a rush. So there's the 41-run opening partnership, and then nothing happened. The middle order had a massive collapse. So, I mean, that's the Pakistan squad. I don't know. I mean, Hussain Talat, can they get a batsman in his place? Do they have a batsman? So that's the problem, actually. So
top order has been an issue for Pakistan.
Middle order also,
yeah.
Mazhar. Top order, middle order, late middle order, tail enders, all been issues.
Yeah, moving on to Bangladesh squad, Athar bhai, they made a couple of changes, bringing in Afif Hussain, obviously backing Liton Das, who hasn't had the best of time in the recent past, but good to see the team management backing Liton Das. Tell us more about the squad leading up to the World Cup next year.
Well, it's still a long way off, but it is started. You know, a win is a win. They will enjoy this victory, and it's a thumping victory. And they look a settled side. I think Bangladesh would need to find a side which they're happy with. You don't want to see too many changes here, but there are options here. There are options, someone like Shumo Sharkar, remember, here the left-hander who can be pretty explosive with the bat. Mahidul Islam Ankon has been very good. But I'm happy with the side that they have chosen, and really happy the way they handle themselves, not as a bowling unit, but also as a batting unit. You know, they won by 9 wickets, and the score they overtook was in 15.1 overs. So they really went in to express themselves and prove to the opposition that it was not the bowling that you were not able to cope up with, but we are also good enough as a batter to do well and win in that sort of a situation, and only 15.1 overs, which says a lot. So that should give them enough confidence, and hopefully what Bangladesh fans and I will be hoping for is to repeat this kind of performance. Stay consistent. The ones who's among the wicket, like Nahid Rana, should be able to pick up wickets in the next match. And Tanzid Hassan Tamim, the way he batted, he should continue to show a little bit more consistency.
Ramesh bhai, you have followed Bangladesh team over the years now. What are your thoughts on this Bangladesh team when it comes to making an impact in world events? Yeah, we know playing bilateral series at home, at times they go on to win, but what about the world events?
Well, this is a beginning to be good at the world event, because Pakistan is what, number 4th or number 5th ranked side. So it's a big deal. But the most likable thing about this win is the way they got over the line. It was great body language, body presence, and they weren't afraid of Pakistan. They weren't afraid of the quality of bowlers. They just looked at the ball and absolutely tonked it. Very dismissive in their style, in the execution, and that's been the most heartening part about this win for me.
Sir bhai, what should Bangladesh do after winning this game? You mentioned about the consistency. Any changes you want to see in the next match, or what are the areas you think they might work on?
I really don't want to see any changes, because I think they've played a complete game. I mean, if you look at the way, it's total domination by Bangladesh players in all departments of the game. They bowled beautifully, they batted beautifully. Why do you want to, tickle around with the selection for the next? I think the same 11 should play, but it all depends what the team management feels. Just go and play positive cricket, because it's a 3-match series, 1 in the bag. Think about the next one. If you play this kind of cricket, you will definitely win one more time.
Ramesh bhai, your message to the Pakistan team?
I think you've got to turn up, number 1. Number 2, I think get Haris Rauf playing, because it's his type of pitch. Number 3, batting has got to be really better, much better.
Right, we hope for some exciting cricket from the visitors, but in the first match, Bangladesh going to seal a thumping win. But then in the next match, the visitors must be hoping to bounce back a day after tomorrow. The second match of the 3-match ODI series on March 13. The live coverage starts from 1:40 here at the Sher-e-Bangla National Stadium in Mirpur. And don't miss the live action. We'll have a great encounter day after tomorrow. Thank you to our guest as well.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Right. Good night from all of us.